How do we separate our thoughts and not let our thoughts bring us down?
What's up, everyone? I'm Michael, and I help people transform their consciousness, their relationships, their behavior, and their reality. Here we go.
The first thing is to realize that our thoughts are not us. So, oh wow, Mike, yeah, duh, right? Well, some people really get consumed up in their thoughts, right? We think the things that we are thinking actually are us. So, real quick, you can do an exercise with me that you can continue to do on your own. And this exercise will help you to build the muscle within your mind, the framework to start to separate yourself from your thoughts and to place you into what is kind of commonly known as the observer mode, okay? So, I would like you to think of the word pencil, okay? And I would like you to hold a pencil out in front of you, all right? And you have this pencil and you just close your eyes and you think about the word pencil in your mind, okay? So you just said the word pencil in your mind. Now, we can look at it as we can see ourselves saying the word pencil. We can see the thought pencil, okay? So when we look at this thought pencil, we now realize that there's two places within our mind. There is the observer portion looking at the thought, and then there is the thought. Now, you are not the thought pencil, you are not a pencil, right? But you can see the thought happening. You can observe the thought. And this is how we have to do it when we start to have days when things come into our mind that are not pleasant. And they do not carry weight into the vibration that we want to live our life. Because remember, we are creating every single second of our day. So it's very important that we understand that we are creating from the vibration that we are in. So if you look at the stock market and you see kind of like the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster that the stock market goes through, imagine if we created our life like this, right? We wouldn't really have anything grounded to stand upon. Our life might kind of feel like a roller coaster. But if we learn to separate ourselves and realize that our thoughts are not who we are, the first step is that understanding, and then we can actually start to understand and change some internal energies within us to allow these thoughts to actually start to change and become be more pleasant, and actually these thoughts start to align with what and where we want to create from. But the first step is to really understand that we are not our thoughts. Our thoughts can be coming from a lot of different places, and that's not what this video is about. This video is about just a simple exercise to show you the difference between a thought and you. So when we gain the power over the observation part of ourselves, that deeper perspective within us, we take a step back and these thoughts won't be so hammering on us. So if we have a day that brings depressive thoughts or some sort of negative thoughts or overthinking, but yet we are living life from the observation perspective, we have space in between what's going on in the thought world and where we can live. And this buffer zone gives us a chance to feel, reflect, understand, and actually integrate what's going on within the thought world. So I have another example for you that might make it a little bit more clear. And I use this example a lot and people seem to enjoy it. So when you're driving down the road and you see signs on the side of the road, like billboards, right? You got billboards, you got road signs, you got mile markers, you got all sorts of stuff when you're driving your car. Okay? Now, if you stop and looked at every single sign and billboard that you were that was passing you by, okay, we wouldn't really get anywhere, would we? No. But most of the time, people were just driving down and the billboards just go by. Every now and then we'll gooseneck it, right? We'll gooseneck the billboard and we're like, oh wow. But even that's distracting and we gotta swerve back on the road. We're like, I just was checking out that hot chick on the billboard. That wasn't smart because I had to swerve back on the road. I almost drifted into the other lane or something, you know? So these billboards catch our attention because they're glamour. You know, whether we're male or female, they're made for both sexes. And if you ever notice that they use a lot of the primal instincts to attract us, right? Like maybe for a woman, they'll have some like buff guy selling some cologne, or like, you know, some guy, they'll have some like chick at a casino. Oh, I want to go there, right? You know? So these, just like the billboards, try to capture our attention. Before we rein in this observation and thought perspective, we have to just stay true and really start to get to know this observation space. And a great way to do it is to do the exercise that I just did, but with your own thoughts. So sit there with your thoughts and start to just slowly separate from them. And you will learn to watch your thoughts go by, just like the signs on the side of the road. And if we would stop and get attached to every thought that's in our head, we're not going to get anywhere. And in this observation space that we can separate from, we can start to create from here, right? And when we start to create from here, and sometimes we get hit with some thoughts that just aren't pleasant, right? It's just the reality of it. But we don't have to be attached to them anymore. We have this space, this buffer zone. We know this crazy thought's coming. Hey, I'm observation now and I can bounce it right back. All right? So when these thoughts start coming, it's really important that we don't try to not think about them. We don't try to avoid them. That's actually giving them attention. We just let them go by us, like a billboard or a road sign on the side of the road. And this takes practice. This is what meditation really is. And there's a lot of different types of meditation out there. But where I'm at in my life now, I'm a big fan to developing your own meditation. And this is something that I help people do, is develop your own meditation for your own life, for the reality you want to create within you. You are the creator of your life. When you realize it and moving forward, that is the realization stage, that you are realizing what you are realizing, and you can move forward as that realizer and create. Up until that point, you're creating without knowing, without realizing that you are creating. So that point in time is a really big shift, and that's when we say, okay, I am a creator. I accept the fact that I'm a creator, okay? And there's a lot of other things that do play a role, but the main foundation is that you are the creator. So when we realize this and take it into account and say, yes, I am, instead of doing something that may not contribute to our creative reality that we want, we actually take time out of our day to create. We take time out of our day to observe our thoughts and to let the billboards drive by on the side of the road. And also the thoughts that are coming into the mind that you are observing, they are a really good sign and telltale for you of what's going on inside the subconscious mind. As you start to clean and do inner work and really understand yourself and align your energies, the yin and the yang, the lower nature, the higher nature, and we start to rise into a higher vibrational being, we start to clean the subconscious. And those thoughts start to become pleasant, and after a while, a beautiful thing happens. No thoughts. You are just being in the present moment, but because you're fully present, there's nothing to think about. You're only observing what is. And this is a beautiful place to tap in and out of. So I hope that these two little exercises and these words can contribute to you having more control over your mind and becoming a powerful creator, and this law of attraction that really does govern the universe. So please click that subscribe button down below. Please leave me a comment on what you think about this. If you have any questions, I'll make a video on anything that you guys want. I really want to see what you guys are asking or what you're vibing with. And these two techniques have greatly influenced my life. So much love to you, my family. Become the creator of your life and create from a beautiful place. So when you lay your head down at night on the pillow, you are happy and looking forward to the next day. Love you.